So when the deal was first surfaced, the government, the various agencies took a positive approach. We think that we understand that income needed to do this to strengthen its capital base to be able to move forward. So it is something that we take it very seriously, and we study the structure of transaction. When more details surfaced, we had a concern about how the new entity will be able to fulfill the social mission that was given or given the undertaking for with the Ministry of Community and Culture and Youth, MCCY. And so therefore the two agencies came together and to discuss how do we square the both sides' obligations. And then we presented the case to the cabinet, and the cabinet discussed and decided that given the conflicting interests both from the insurance point of view as well as from a social mission point of view, the deal could not go through. It has to be blocked. And therefore, we took the decision to amend the Insurance Act so as to give MAS the legal basis to block the deal from Income-Allianz. And that is why we went to the Parliament. And if you will recall, there were actually two sessions in Parliament. The first session was sometime in August when we talked about the deal, and that was the time when we said that we had a relatively positive attitude towards the deal. We want to support the deal because it will help income. But when more details surfaced, we decided to have to stop the deal. We amended the Act, and that was the second Parliament sitting. In fact, we had a full debate on both Parliament sittings, and even after the Parliament sitting, MPs were at liberty to raise further parliamentary questions on this deal if necessary. So I think the whole process was transparent and upfront, and we have opportunities for MPs to ask questions on all aspects of the deal. And I think we have settled the details there. And once the detail is settled, we pass the bill, and for reasons that the Workers' Party have explained, I think in Parliament, they decided to abstain from the voting. And nonetheless, even with the abstention, the bill went through and we amended the Act. And that process is very important because it gives MAS the legal basis to consider factors not just on prudential basis, but also consider factors from MCCY with regard to the social mission. So MCCY's objections can then be taken into account legally and properly in the decision to reject Income-Allianz deal. Well, it is strange because if they had such concerns, they ought to have raised it in Parliament, and they had opportunities to raise it in Parliament, and whatever questions they have raised in Parliament, we have addressed them. If they are not happy with the answer, they could raise the questions again. Even in subsequent Parliament sittings, as I mentioned, they could raise parliamentary questions, and then we will then have to address these issues. They have done none of this, so I would have taken that they understood the issue, they accepted the issue. Ms. Hertingru explained that because this could be retrospective, it is not fair to companies to have a bill that retrospectively reject a deal. Maybe she didn't understand because the deal hasn't been approved, and therefore the Act was not retrospective. If it has been approved and then we say now we want to unapprove it, then maybe that's retrospective, but it is not because the deal has not been approved. And I actually explained to Ms. Hertingru after the Parliament sitting because I thought she did not understand. And so after the Parliament sitting was over, I went to her to explain to her why the deal wasn't retrospective in nature. So I think that was one critical consideration. But all the other issues, the Workers' Party had all the opportunities to raise. So I'm surprised that they reiterate these questions in the rally. Perhaps you can ask them, did they raise such issues? And if they did, were they not happy with the answer? If they were not happy with the answer, did they not raise it further? Or if they had not raised these questions before, why did they not? So I think these are the questions probably only the Workers' Party can answer.